Hey everybody, this is a Two Girls One Quick Look or Let's Play, depending on how we feel, of Remothered, Tormented Fathers.
Tormented Fathers!
There's a lot going on in that title.
There's a lot going on in that logo. We've got a crown of thorns, we've got a cross, we've got
moms, like deaths, like, I don't know what kind of weird Catholic guilt we're about to see. So let's start the game. 3, 2, 1. Oh, empty? I hope I get to choose the difficulty. Okay. LT, LB. This is a lot to learn. Change diversion. Oh.
Great.
Throw diversion. So this is a sneaky snack game.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it all true?
Yes.
What have you heard already?
That illness. It thickened the bones. It accelerated the healing process and tissue regeneration.
Is this about Wolverine?
Every word.
But if that's what it was doing, why call it an illness?
The Lepidopterans made a nest out of the human body where they could eat and multiply. An illness is what it is.
But then,
Where do you want me to start?
from the beginning.
I'm old, Mr. Manny. My memory is not one of my strong points.
Well, for example, why do they call you Madame Svenska?
A name is just a trace. It is our business card, our identifier. It presents us to the world. But does it tell our story or really describe who we are?
I swear I know 3 or 4 idiots with the same exact name.
Well, yes. But we are not made of that name. It is given to us. Other people choose it for us, whether it suits us or not. It doesn't tell us who we really are. That name will not give us any answers. It is only through growing old that we become the answer to the questions of our childhood. And living in Sweden the last 30 years has definitely inspired this affectionate moniker. And so, Madame Svenska, it is.
And yet you come back to Italy. Why?
Because I forgot. But I also forgot that I had promised to remember.
Tell me.
Please excuse me. Sometimes my memory needs to be jogged. There's always been a song that, as well as the name you refer to so much, has labeled my whole life, has given it a name, and it's from a name. If you can believe how bizarre and sometimes unbelievable my confused memories are to describe that. All this
music is
again.
really dramatic.
I'm glad I turned it down before we started the game, because I put it
very
down,
loud.
I put it down to 50, and it was still loud.
Lost child, Celeste Felton.
Last seen since Thursday, October 14th, 1971, 4 p.m. Oh, I'm liking the feel of this, though.
Yeah, I need to see more of it before I really have a good read on it. Aside from that the music is loud.
I turned it down.
Yeah.
I'll have to turn it down some more, like... You know why? It was made for people by old people. So they were like, turn it up!
Turn up the music!
I can't hear a thing!
I need this to jog my memory!
What's this game about?
What?
So far, what I think... So she says something about a disease that makes you heal faster and have stronger bones. So maybe some sort of...
But it's like turning the body into a nest for something else.
So basically scary, strong zombies.
But it says remothered, you know? So like, maybe your body is a mother for these creatures.
Oh. You know, she kind of looks like Clarice from Silence of the Lambs. Same kind of haircut. That's what I think.
Hello, Clarice.
Con la siguiente notificación... Okay. thought she was farting. I thought that was a fart.
You got farts on the brain.
Damn, this music. Way too loud.
She's having a very stressful time, I think we're meant to infer.
She looks like she might be a social worker of some kind. Maybe?
Oh, I was actually thinking because she has these files, maybe she was a detective.
Oh.
Yeah, she's looking for a missing child. Jesus.
This is very intense.
Done!
Remothered, Tormented Fathers. Like, there's so much, like... I feel like that title is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm having a good feeling. I know it takes you a little bit longer to be, like, to decide. Mm-hmm. But I'm feeling this deeply.
Well, it takes me a little longer to decide because I don't like to, like...
Feels like it's gonna rain again.
Be let down.
Shut things down too soon. You know?
Oh, so you hate it already. Okay.
No. But you'll go into a game, like, actively hating it from, like, the title screen.
Hate it, it's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this outfit. Because...
Is this the 70s, though?
Does plaid go with this skirt, though?
The skirt's just charcoal gray.
I just don't feel like the plaid goes with the skirt. Okay, so let's look at this.
Missing since Thursday, October 14th, 1971. Last seen 4 p.m. at Recreation Ground in... Date of birth, February 8th, 1958. Female, white, 13 years, light blonde hair, blue eyes. At last, wearing a white dress with bows, white shoes, and tressed hair. Persons, any information requested to call...
7-4. Alright, so... You're right, it is the 70s. Is this a look for the 70s?
Yeah, so like the tweed blazer thing to me screams like I'm a woman that wants to be taken seriously.
And she does have short hair for her work. Is she wearing heels? So, I'm guessing it's between a social... Where am I supposed to be going? I'm just gonna go in this direction.
I cannot do it now. Oh, you were trying to do something.
I was trying to run.
Oh, that's
what?
Interesting run.
Interesting. Well, she's wearing heels. Can you blame her?
Well, but this... Well,
something I've noticed is that I think male game designers don't know how women run.
Yeah.
Because...
or they just make everyone run like anime characters.
No, not everyone. Just the girls.
Just women, yeah.
Because, when you play video games, sometimes you see women running.
And their arms are like, look at this!
Yeah,
what is that?
What is that? Like, who runs like that? And
and no, I don't expect her to have, like, absolutely perfect jogging form, but that's ridiculous, okay?
Well, like,
I would even expect them to, like, swish, like, a little bit.
Well, because she's wearing a purse. So you have that, like, stiff arm look when you have something on your back. But, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like game designers just don't understand how women run. They've never seen it.
Dr. Richard Felton and Associates.
Well, they've never met a woman, so I mean, they have to guess. They've only seen anime. Mm-hmm. Can you blame them?
Who is it?
Yes, hello. I'm Dr. Reed from the Santa Margarita Institute.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Felton is no longer a patient.
I know. This is why I'm here. Hello? Anyone?
Other than the plaid jacket, I think she looks really nice.
I always feel anxious when looking at some icons. Icons and mirrors.
I feel anxious when I see religious stuff, too. I'm not really sure why.
Because it's like a cult?
It's true. It's just a really big cult.
Well, because, okay, the thing is that, like, there's some people that are, like, kind of chill about their religion, and they're like, oh, yeah, I just have these beliefs, and it's fine, whatever, and other people just, like, the reason that, like, sometimes religion seems like a cult is when there's, like, a fervor around it,
Well, when I was in Spain, like, I was just wandering around the streets, and literally everywhere I went was a huge Catholic chapel made out of, like, old shit. And I would walk in and be like dead bodies, people praying to them, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And of course, like, my Spanish is mediocre at best. Hey, look, a butt.
A butt.
So I would walk in, it'd be like these really old dead bodies, which I'm going to assume they must have been saints of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to get a good look of this nice courtyard. It's really pretty. And I don't know. And there were people in front of it praying to it and stuff, and everything was like made of gold. It was cool. It was just like a little overwhelming and a little... Oh
dear. You seem to be tiring her out a little bit.
Her heels are so high. I feel bad making her run, you know? Maybe that's why she's running like that, because her heels are just so high.
No. Don't give them excuses.
Okay, Stacey, not everyone has been a runway model like you, okay? Not everyone has trained their feet to be able to withstand such terrifying heights with their shoes.
I don't think her shoes are that high.
They look like they're at least 3 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, Stacey, honestly, not everyone has been an actual runway model where they had to wear shoes like that.
3 inches is like 2 to 3 inches is a mid-height heel.
Not
a high heel is like 4 or more.
Okay, well, she's been on her feet all day. Okay?
Hello? The gate was open. Are you there? Hello?
Creepy little girl statue.
Well, they didn't. The walkthrough doesn't specify creepy.
It will be.
I just figured.
Okay, walk through the way. Let's see if we can still use our brains.
No.
Okay. This is like pretty. I like the sound design.
Yeah.
No, you think it's annoying?
No, I mean it's just.
I like it because it feels like a real day that you would hear on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, can we... This poor woman! Yep.
You were right, creepy girl statue.
Definitely anguishing.
Okay, whatever.
Told you it'd be creepy.
So is this the old woman but in the past?
It's gotta be. I don't see why they would open with the old woman.
Well, she was hot. And that's why you got all those wrinkles.
Yes?
Good evening.
Miss Reed, you already told me at the intercom, and as I already told you, Mr. Felton is no longer a patient at the Scientific
I know.
Institute.
I came here voluntarily, outside the Institute.
So what do you want?
I am personally re-examining your case. Causes, reagents. I strongly believe there are alternative ways and probably other experiments that are worth a try. I am fighting with the Institute to recognize there are other adequate remedies for your husband's
Oh,
pathology.
no, please. I'm just assisting him. I'm his nurse.
I didn't know.
It's okay. I suppose you want to talk to him.
Thank you.
I apologize for the darkness, but Mr. Felton's sight has been damaged and immensely compromised because of the disease. Anyway, I am Gloria. Oh, and please, refrain from smoking inside. Mr. Felton hates the smell of smoke.
Kind of presumptuous. I know it's like... But they have an ashtray!
Probably for... Yeah, well, you know, but the thing is, I think they're trying to hint that other people have been here.
Oh.
We gotta turn that music down even more. Dude, did you hear how loud that was?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. It didn't...
And then press A to apply.
Please, this way.
This lady's gonna end up doing something...
Bad habit.
Smoking?
Yes, such a shame. You should quit. You have no idea how bad this is for you. Not only for your health, but it's also very expensive. Money and time wasted. I have so much to do every day. I couldn't waste time with such a bad habit.
Is that why there's cigarettes?
Is Mr. Felton all day?
Oh no, from midday to 8 p.m. Then I go back home. I live near here. If needed, he can contact me with a pager, but that's not often. His wife takes care of him when I'm off.
What?
What can you tell me about her?
I met her just a couple of times. She's usually out or locked in her bedroom when I'm here. Let's say they don't seem to get along.
I didn't know.
But, when she's home, she listens to the same music, the same song, over and over.
Are they trying to make us understand the sound design by having her walk through the house and talking?
I mean, it's like, I appreciate it, but also at the same time, like, I would like to
hear what she's saying.
Yeah.
This way, please. Mr. Felton will be here in a few minutes.
Okay.
The graphics in this game are pretty good. Time to snoop without permission.
Snoopy snoop snoops.
Just gonna go into your private things immediately.
Mr. and Mrs. Felton's farm, Rosso Gallo, closes. Danger of contamination. Wyman and the Feltons indicated for alleged criminal activity against consumers and production employees. October 2nd, 1971, the Rosso Gallo farm, Pride of the Gallows, closed due to suspected contamination. It has been reported that many products have been infected by toxic pollen that could be the cause of severe parasitosis. The owner, Arianna Gallo, top right, her husband, the notary Richard Felton, bottom right, professor, and company's partner, Albert Elias Wyman, large picture, are under investigation. The latter has been allegedly accused by Felton himself of having used the company to carry out pharmaceutical experiments, taking advantage of corporate funds at his will. Indeed, the warning came from the residents at the company's headquarters, the Ashmans, who managed the building and supervised the Harvesters, the sisters of the adjoining convent. Among the reported symptoms, painful ulcers, vomiting, proliferation of parasites, and in some cases, keratosis photosensitivity.
What does that mean?
Keratosis? I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Following the heavy allegations, both the Feltons and the Ashmans received numerous threats from Wyman himself, who has been removed from the Order of Physicians today. Wyman stated that he was shocked by the charges and pointed his finger to his former business partner, Richard Felton. He personally funded me. It is worth noticing that Felton himself, like his father, promoted and funded the Phenoxyl Project, a drug for which Wyman himself was nominated for the prestigious Medicine Award in 1957, but that was retired from the market a few years later due to the disastrous side effects. Meanwhile...
Did I go down too far?
No. Meanwhile, even at Felton's house, which was used as location for product distribution, the activities ceases. As a result of the scandal, I assume that's supposed to be ceased. As a result of the scandal, the Ashmans and Feltons also broke off any kind of relationship. As a matter of fact, the Ashmans claimed a substantial refund for the damage they suffered because even their children had been infected and, as a consequence, used as unaware test subjects. The authorities assume that the contamination has developed from the groundwater, not only used for the irrigation of nearby plantations, but also as a common source for the Ashmans and the 12 sisters of the nearby monastery.
So they were infected with some kind of parasite?
So, like, I guess they were selling a drug?
With a parasite in it?
Hold on, go up for a second. Keep going all the way to the top. So they have a farm. Okay, so basically they have a farm and there was some sort of contamination on the products of the farm. I think that they're saying that the convent were like the people in charge of the farm. Like that they helped with the management of the farm.
And they all got infected with this parasite?
I don't know if they got infected, but I think it's worth mentioning that a convent is involved because there seem to be some religious iconographies in this game.
Oh, you know what it might be? The nuns might have gotten quote unquote pregnant, and they probably thought it was something holy because they all had not assumedly had sex.
Maybe.
Like if you were a nun and suddenly you had shit growing out of you.
Hold on, go. Yeah, I mean they say something about Hold on, let me look up that.
Because they said she said the host body becomes like
a nest.
Yeah. So like if their stomachs start to distend, and they were starting to become a little unstable.
Oh, cool! Another horror game about pregnancy. How original.
I know that pregnancy deeply upsets you, but it's not going to happen. It's okay.
No, I just think it's like, I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like, okay, sorry.
So, keratosis are skin growths.
Oh, so keratosis photosensitivity.
So
maybe their skin doesn't like the light.
Yeah, so I would assume that would be some sort of skin things on the body.
I didn't get to look at the back. I'll have to go back.
Do you believe in God, miss?
Well, it would be too easy, wouldn't it? I believe in people's willpower. Everything else is not God, but an aptitude or mankind's cruelty.
This is the kind of fairy tale I prefer at my age. When you're worn out from an incurable disease, you start having some doubts. Why is there so much life in such small but lethal creatures? An arbiter, that's all we need.
For what? It's wrong and crazy. It's human nature.
That same nature in which we are equals to those ants eating each other. But, pardon me, I forgot my manners. Please, sit down.
Such a weird conversation.
We didn't get to look at the back of the piece of paper.
Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Sorry, Mr. Felton. Pleased to meet you.
But
so
yes, that
you
is a very
already met
intense...
Gloria.
Yes, she let me in.
Do you believe in God?
Extremely hardworking, but back to us. I don't recall seeing beautiful doctors like you at the Institute, Dr. Reed.
I am flattered, Mr. Felton.
Thanks.
I arrived at the Institute just a few months after you left. And you left because?
Inadequacy of the sanitary treatments within the structure.
That's right. And in a few words?
In a few words, they didn't know how to treat my case, and they left me there to die.
But it seems that other issues took over.
I once or twice refused to go through exams.
Mr. Felton, is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, Gloria, yes. See if Dr. Reed needs anything.
Oh, no.
May I offer you a cup of tea or coffee? Espresso?
No, thank you.
As you wish. How about you, Mr. Felton?
No, thank you. I'll keep entertaining our guest. You can go now.
You're diagnosed? 1958?
Yes, indicatively. Some friends and I contracted the disease while traveling to Egypt, and it got worse.
In addition to the disease, the first exam showed some inconsistency. Some hormonal deficiency? Overdose of non-prescribed drugs, opiates? Anoxyl? Wasn't it recalled in the mid-60s?
Doctor, don't you think that nowadays there are ways to obtain drugs without any prescription?
Yeah, they mentioned that
I
in the
believe
paper.
so.
What is
According to your
phenoxyl?
file, you still
was
receive your
recalled.
disability pension. Even better, it seems that the beneficiary is your wife, Arianna Gallo.
Exactly. She's the one who takes care of me when Gloria is off.
How about your daughter?
My daughter, Celeste, has never come back home.
Disappeared. She was adopted, am I right?
The investigators confirmed that she intentionally left. They never suspected a kidnapping since there was no ransom request.
How about Weeman? Wasn't he a suspect?
A flash in the pan, an idiot who brought confusion by sending warnings and threats.
There's
And her
so much hair in his
girlfriend?
ears.
Young girls often decide to just go. And this is what my daughter decided to do.
Jennifer.
You killed her.
What did you say?
At times, you'd call her Jennifer.
No, my
Mr.
daughter.
Felton, What has really happened to your daughter?
I just told
How
you.
about the off-the-record version?
I am not sure where you're trying to go with this, but I won't tolerate. I don't have the strength for this now.
He killed her.
This is like a
I know
very
you've been trying to
weird...
forget her, but this picture might help you to.
What is this? Where did you get this picture?
Isn't she your daughter? Celeste, or as you called her? Jennifer?
I asked you a question.
Back of the picture says Jennifer.
There is no Jennifer!
You thought I was stupid, didn't you, Mr. Felton? Do you really think I'd come here without knowing what I'm talking about?
Who are you, and why did you come here?
Yeah, who are you really,
Did
lady?
you come to my home to threaten me with your condescending
Threatening
tone?
you? So maybe I should ask your wife then.
She's not home.
Seems like she is.
Mr. Felton, I just talked to the director of the Institute on the phone. They have never heard of Dr. Reed. She is not what she claims to be.
Well, Miss Reed, if that is your real name, your time here has ended. Please, leave my property. Miss Gloria will escort you out.
Please follow me.
Mr. Felton, please, tell me what you did to your daughter!
Good evening.
Follow me.
The reason I asked about that medicine is I was wondering if that was the medicine that was recalled due to pregnancy issues, where people...
It's not a real drug.
Oh, okay.
It was mentioned in the paper that we just read,
Oh, okay.
where
You know the way.
it was recalled due to side
How do you
effects.
even...
How do I do what?
How do you even sleep at night? You use people's lives regardless of the pain you cause. The Feltons have been through a lot. And they are good people.
Gloria, a young girl disappeared.
We all know the story, unfortunately. A burden that the Feltons will have to carry for the rest of their lives. Celeste just left them.
If that was the case, there was a motivation behind it. And it threatened her life.
I liked the way the dialogue was done because they kept interrupting each other. And usually that's kind of hard to find in a video game.
Yeah, I think it's different. The one thing, I guess, just like if you're not like really on top of the dialogue, you might not be able to follow all the things they say.
I liked it because it felt like a natural, emotional situation.
Yeah. I guess just like there's been several times in this already where if we didn't have subtitles, we would have missed like whole sections of dialogue. And I find that an interesting decision.
Those do not look like 3-inch heels. Those look like 4 at least.
Yeah.
She's kicking ass with heels.
I mean, she chose to wear them, not me. I'm not the one who wouldn't have been my choice.
Yeah, the person who designed her. I would be wearing flats if I was trying to snap into people. Yes, I would like to say. Thank you for asking.
Look for mirrors with the metronome. From now on, you can save your game only by using those.
Ah, nice.